Hey guys, so in today's video, I want to talk about iOS in general, how you can see the true potential in iOS when you unlock the capabilities. And let me explain myself. With iOS 16 and iOS 17, Apple has added some great new features and changes to the iPhone, and I'm really digging the new operating system. However, what if I told you that this iPhone, this old iPhone XS running iOS 14, can do things that your brand new iPhone running iOS 17 just simply cannot do? This iPhone is running iOS 14.3, and I'm going to show you a few features that you probably wish you can have on your iPhone right now running iOS 17. So let's go ahead and dive right into this video. Now, these features that I want to talk about are not just gimmick. These are actual features that I'm sure a lot of you guys will actually want on your iPhone. And I want to start off with the ability to protect certain options within iOS with Face ID and or Touch ID. So I want to start off with airplane mode, for example. So if I toggle on airplane mode, I get a prompt for Face ID or Touch ID in order to enable airplane mode on this iPhone. Now, why would I ever want to have Face ID or Touch ID authentication before enabling airplane mode? Well, as you know, if someone steals your phone, they can actually go into Control Center and enable airplane mode, and that way they can actually try to get into your phone without you being able to erase that phone remotely, right? Because it's no longer connected to a network. But if you have this protection in place, guess what? The user can't really enable airplane mode, so they will have to be connected to the internet, and it gives you a lot of time so that you can erase your iPhone or track it down. This is a major feature that Apple needs to add, the ability to lock individual settings behind Face ID and or Touch ID on your iPhone. And you may be thinking, well, can they just shut off your iPhone? Well, don't worry, because I thought about that too. If I go to shut off this iPhone, guess what? Face ID or Touch ID will be required in order to power off this iPhone, so the user can't even power off the device. Once the battery runs out, of course, you won't be able to get access to the phone any longer, but you'll have enough time to track it down to either erase it or locate the phone that maybe got stolen from you. So I think this is an essential feature that needs to be added to iOS 17 or future iOS updates, because as of right now, of course, anyone can enable airplane mode on any iPhone without any restrictions. And I think this is an awesome feature that Apple needs to add. Now, before we continue, I want to talk about today's sponsors, Casecool and their brand new CloudCush cases. Take a look at these cases. All around the edges, we have this air cushion technology that absorbs shock. This is a cloud-like edge fill design that protects your iPhone and also looks good. It is available in various colors. I'm sure you've seen me use these cases over the past couple of weeks. These are 3-meter military grade drop resistant, so you have nothing to worry about with these cases. They feel good, they look good, and of course, they alleviate stress as well, because the design feels great in your hand for texting, gaming, or browsing the internet. They have this really cool edge design that I really love, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy as well. Now, they do have a testing campaign, so if you want to learn more about Casecool's brand new CloudCush cases, all the links will be, of course, in the description down below. Now, this next feature has got to be the #1 most requested feature that I've heard from iOS users, right? That is the ability to lock applications behind Face ID or Touch ID as well. Again, we're back into privacy, right? Apple touts that the iPhone is all about privacy. The ability to lock individual apps with Face ID or Touch ID is a feature that most iPhone users will want. Of course, in iOS 17, we don't have such thing. The only thing that Apple has added so far is the ability to lock certain things within photos. So if you have recently deleted and hidden photos, you can lock those with Face ID or Touch ID. Aside from that, we haven't seen Face ID or Touch ID being used throughout the operating system to protect other things like applications. Again, as you see here, I can tap into messages, Face ID, boom, we get in, and now we're in the messages applications. This is very useful in case you ever leave your iPhone laying around unlocked by accident. You have that additional peace of mind that your iPhone has this lock in place. Now, next I want to shift my attention over to the lock screen. Now, I'm sure you're loving the new lock screen in iOS 16 and iOS 17. Apple has added a ton of new features and changes that a lot of users wanted, but there's only one small thing that a lot of users continue to ask for, and Apple has yet to deliver. Even so, with iOS 17. And that particular feature that a lot of you guys are asking for is the ability to actually change these shortcuts on the bottom of the screen. And we've been talking about this for quite some time. So the ability to change this to whatever you want or have multiple options. As you can see right here, I have the flash, do not disturb. I can enable directly from here. I also have the camera or notes directly from these shortcuts. Again, not so much needed here within the lock screen, just something minor that a lot of users have been asking for is the ability to customize the shortcuts on the lock screen. Apple has not delivered that just yet. Hopefully we'll see it in the future with iOS 17 and or beyond. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about the dock on the iPhone. Ever since I can remember, we can only have 4 applications on the dock, and the iPhone has gotten so large over the past couple of years that I think it's time for Apple to make a change to the dock. Maybe even add the most recents to the right side, just like they do on iPadOS. As you can see, this iPhone running iOS 14, I have the dock here with 5 or 4 apps, and then the most recent on the right side of that, so I can launch the most recent, and I can actually invoke the dock by swiping up from the bottom right, just like so. I think this is also a good idea, the ability to have access to the dock anywhere throughout the operating system. Let me show you that again. So I'm in settings here, and I can swipe up from the right side there, and just like so, I can get back to the dock quickly on the iPhone. I think it's time. The iPhone has gotten so large that we should have the ability to at least have the dock plus most recent, or maybe even 6 apps allowed on larger devices. That Apple has yet to add this into iOS 17 or any future software as of yet. They never mentioned that they will be doing this yet. So let me know, are these going to be some of the features that you wish your iPhone could do, things that your iPhone could do as of today? Let me know, because this iPhone again is running iOS 14, and you can see that the iPhone is fully capable of doing these things that will improve, in my opinion, the user experience and increase privacy on iPhone as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.